be getting changed?
I'm dreading today. I can't see anyone turning up at church.
Oh, you don't know that?
But I do know what people thought of my mother.
Well, it doesn't matter what other people think. Great, you need to say goodbye to her. And Alistair's coming, isn't he?
He rang. His flight's delayed.
Right. Well, even if he doesn't make it, I'll be with you. Every step of the way.
She's not going to be buried with Dad.
You heard Grayson, he's got the law on his side.
Oh, well, that's a matter of opinion. Right, have you got all the rollings yet?
Eventually. And? He's on his way over. He's not very happy about it, though.
I couldn't care less. He makes a fortune out of us.
It's a holiday. He was hoping to spend it with his family.
Well, if he doesn't like it, we can always get another solicitor.
Calm down.
No, I will not calm down. The funeral is in less than 2 hours. What are you wearing that for?
I'm going to the funeral.
Well, there isn't going to be one if I have my way.
We can't stop her being buried.
That woman hangs over me even in death. I need to see her laid in the ground where she can do me no more harm. I'm sorry, but I can't see beyond that.
So Grayson's worried nobody's going to be there. So I thought maybe you two could come along for his sake.
Look, I didn't like Rosemary, and she was vile to Purdy.
Yes, but she was still Grayson's mother. Come on, I know you're a friend of his. It would mean a lot to him.
No, I'm sorry, I'm not going to go.
Right, what can I get you?
Nothing. I don't know why I bothered coming.
You're not driving my customers away.
Don't look at me.
Oh, couldn't get us a black coffee, could you?
Signed the pledge, have you?
Oh, for the next couple of hours.
You in a right state last night.
I know. I keep thinking I'll grow up one day, but it doesn't seem to happen.
How'd you manage to get home?
I haven't a clue. I woke up in my own bed, but I've got no idea how I got there.
Maybe Ross had something to do with it.
Ross?
Yeah, you know, the fit policeman. The one we've been flirting with, the one who's off limits, the one I saw you leaving with.
Oh, yeah. Fancy me forgetting. He gave me a lift, yeah.
Hope that's all he gave you.
Nothing happened. Cross my heart.
So, this is where you've been hiding. Aren't you speaking to me?
What do you want me to say?
Happy New Year.
Save that for your loving husband, eh?
All the time I'm with him, I'm thinking about you. I hate seeing you like this. Let me make it up to you. We'll have lunch when I get back. Open a bottle of wine. Look, a moustache.
Come on, Nash. Happy New Year.
What on earth do you think you're doing?
I'm trying to shift this guttering. Rusted right up.
I mean, what are you doing working today?
Well, of course, the self-employed. I never know where to take time off work.
I've got a funeral in just over an hour.
So that's both of us grafting then.
I can't possibly conduct the service with you making that racket.
Oh, don't fret. Oh, I'll be finished well before then.
I appreciate it.
Oh, Ash, one more thing. I noticed a couple of loose tiles on the church roof. I'll fix them for you if you want.
I'd rather you concentrated on your guttering.
Please yourself.
Donald, it's me, Nicola. Happy New Year, sweetheart. Donald, can you hear me? Donald. Oh, my God. Donald? Nurse!
Morning.
Donald!
What's the matter? You look like you've seen a ghost. You thought I'd snuffed it?
No.
There's no need to worry. I've had my brush with the Grim Reaper, and I didn't fancy it much.
Mrs. King is to be buried with her husband. I re-examined your father's will. It was quite clearly his wish.
No, I'm not having that. It's not going to happen.
You heard Geoffrey. It was what Dad wanted.
Yeah, well, he didn't know what an evil, twisted bitch you were.
It doesn't make much difference to him now, does it?
Well, it makes a difference to me. The thought of her lying on top of him makes me sick to my stomach.
Oh, when you put it like that.
I told you people would come.
I'm not sure that they're here for my mother.
What does it matter? Great people care about you.
Oh, very cozy, eh?
She's comforting him.
If you say so.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome. We'll start by singing the first hymn on your order of service. The day thou gavest, Lord, is ended.
There's nothing we can do.
Speak for yourself.
Let it go, Matt.
No, I will not let it go. I'm going to stop this from happening.
You can't.
I can and will, and if you two had any feeling for Dad, you'd be helping me.
Think about what you're saying. It's madness.
You can call it what you like, I don't care. But I am going to do whatever I have to, and nobody's going to stop me. Not you, not anyone. Got it? Good.
I know I'm a lawyer, and you'll be expecting me to dazzle you with my eloquence. But I've no idea what to say. Except to thank you all for being here, which I do. You see, I haven't prepared anything. I tried. But I didn't see the point. I didn't think anyone was going to be here. No, that's not the real reason. What can I say about a woman capable of such cruelty?
But she wasn't cruel to me.
I don't think we're talking about you, Belle. Paddy's right, love.
She was cruel to me, and she was unspeakably cruel to those people that I love most dearly. I make no claim to be a devout Christian. And I'm not sure I'm ever going to be able to forgive her for what she's done. But I see no point in being bitter and resentful for the rest of my life. I believe my mother acted out of love. A perversion of love, but love nevertheless. And most of that was directed at me. So I thank her for that. And now she's dead. And unable to hurt anyone ever again. So I do hope that she's found some kind of peace. As for me, I'm going to forget the past and look to the future in the hope of better things to come.
Can I get you a drink?
Oh, go on then. I've got something to celebrate.
New Year?
No, Rosemary King's about to give a few worms indigestion. Long story. I'll have a vodka and orange without the vodka.
Man, a pint, please.
Sure.
I'm guessing you've got the mother of all hangovers then.
Oh, mother, father, 6 kids and a batty grandma.
Was last night a total blur?
Not total.
Orange?
So, do you remember me asking you out?
As a matter of fact, I do. But I don't think it's a good idea.
I thought you were up for it.
I was.
Anything else?
No, thanks. Keep change.
It's a girly thing. Me and Lexi. You see, she fancies you and all, and we've agreed this kind of pact.
What, so you both have to do that?
I know it's medieval, but so is my name, and she's a mate. Cheers.
So, who's been buried today?
Rosemary King.
A woman with a very checkered past, by all accounts.
Mostly tittle-tattle, I shouldn't wonder.
I didn't think about going.
You didn't even know her.
I can still pay my respects.
Give over. She'd just been nosy. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Well, Betty's gone.
I rest my case.
What are we doing? Well, I'm going to have a large scotch. We can't just abandon Matt. He's off his head. He's not going to listen to reason. He's our brother, and he's doing it for Dad. We should be with him. Oh, please yourself.
You're right. I'm a good listener.
Some other time, eh?
I think it's time I left the Middle Ages behind. Does that offer still stand?
I was going to sort out the feed order today, but I've got to fix the tracks now.
Well, it's okay, I'll do the order.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I've got loads of paperwork to do anyway. I've got to get my books up to date.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, caught you. Happy New Year.
Yep, same to you. See you later on.
Ta-ra. Now, you put that down. I've got your wedding dress to try on.
I can't, Laurel. I've got loads on.
No, I'll do that. Come on, try it on. I've not come all this way for nothing, and I'm not leaving until you give me a twirl.
I did have words with your mum before she left. But she always did right by our Belle.
I wanted to say something in church. She was really kind to me. I miss her.
She thought the world of you. She'll be very glad to see all of you here. Thank you.
I think your mother deserved better, Grace.
Well done, Pet. Can't have been easy for you.
Thank you. I'm sorry, Gray. Oh. You're here now. We're ready. Right. That's for you. Come on. I didn't expect you to come.
I'm not here for you. I'm here for me.
Oh, you look absolutely gorgeous. Oh, let me see the back. Give us a twirl. Oh, the back's gorgeous too. Oh, it just needs a few nips and tucks there. Here, let me get you a mirror.
It's all right. I looked at myself in the bedroom.
Oh, I'm so pleased you're going to wear it. I mean, it seems silly leaving it in my wardrobe while you go out and spend a fortune on a new one, don't you think? Hey? Hey? What's the matter? What's the matter?
What the hell do you think you're doing?
You left me no choice.
This is a funeral. People are grieving.
I don't see any tears being shed.
Stop that! Stop that right now! You're desecrating holy ground!
For God's sake, Matthew, Tom wouldn't have wanted this.
She's my mother!
Our mother, and we're going to lay her to rest.
To get past me first.
Please, Matthew, don't do this. We all know that you loved Tom, but this isn't right. Surely you can see that.
I'm not going anywhere.
If not for Grayson, then do it for me. It's what I want.
If my dad hadn't met her, he would still be with us today. I couldn't save him from her while he was alive, so I am damned if I'm going to let her anywhere near him now he's dead. Have you all got that?
But you think I'm a right ungrateful cow?
No, I'm just sorry to see you so upset.
You know, it's lovely, Laurel, but I won't feel right wearing it. I should have one of my own. You know, I'll be able to afford something. It doesn't have to be anything fancy.
Yeah, well, whatever you do, it's fine by me. But this isn't just about the dress, is it? Hey?
I just just wanted my wedding day to be special. I know we haven't got much money, and I'm not really bothered about that, but everything just feels a little bit second best. You know, a hand-me-down dress and a reception at the Woolly.
Well, does Auntie know how you feel?
I don't want to bother him. He's got enough to worry about.
Hiya. What's the matter?
Nothing.
Hey, what are you crying for?
Right, well, it's time for me to go. I'll leave you two to chat. Anyway, if you change your mind...
Yeah, thanks, Laurel.
Ta-ra.
Just say the word and I'll sort you out for you.
That's the last thing we want.
Gentlemen, I think we all just need to calm down.
Can't you just bury her somewhere else? That's all we're asking.
Take the bitch to the creme. She's going to burn in hell anyway.
You heartless! Get up him! Come on! Let go! Leave it! Let go! Grayson, get off him! Come on! Come! Grayson, come! Get up! Let go! Come! Leave him now! Down. Leave him!
I hope you're proud of yourselves.
Just need to send a quick text. Work.
Today?
We've got teams out. Cleaning up after last night.
Of course. Old Lang Syne and all that. And in my case, old acquaintance is well and truly forgot.
It'll all come back to you in time.
Good morning, Mrs. D'Souza.
Right.
A very conscientious woman, my wife. Making business calls today of all days.
I'll be back later to take your temperature.
Thanks, love.
I've finished. I'm all yours.
You don't have to rush off then.
No, of course not.
Well then, since my past is a blank piece of canvas, why don't you dab on a bit of paint? Tell me some more about myself.
If you like.
I love it.
I don't understand. How did it come to this?
If you'd been around these last months, you wouldn't ask that question.
That isn't fair, Grayson, and you know it.
I've had to cope with everything. Purdy, Mother, not to mention those monsters.
If you were really that concerned, why didn't you get in touch?
And you'd have done what? Come running? Don't make me laugh.
You could have given me a...
Don't you two stop fighting. You're meant to be on the same side.
How could you do that?
He attacked me with a big girl's blouse.
Can you blame him after what you've done?
Hey, pack it in!
Grayson, what are you doing?
I said stop it! Leave it, Matt! Get your hands off me, Jimmy!
This has gone too far!
God, stop him! Jimmy's right! This has got out of hand. Come on. I will dig it up again, I swear!
For goodness sake, listen to yourselves.
Grayson, please stop.
I am going to bury my mother, and no one is going to stop me. Do you hear me? No one.
We will bury her. I promise.
She doesn't deserve this. No one deserves this.
I know.
Oh, you're looking dapper.
I was meeting a mate for lunch at a posh restaurant.
There's me thinking or hoping it was for my benefit.
Actually, I've got something else in mind for you. Assuming you're free tonight, a little dinner party for two.
Nah, sorry, I can't.
What, because you're working or you don't fancy it? Or because of your little no-nookie pack with Chaz?
Hey, how'd you know about that?
I'm a police officer, miss. It's my job to unearth the truth.
Well, then you should know that I'm a girl who keeps her promises.
I won't tell if you don't.
All right, you're on. Oh, Marlon, have I ever told you you're the most gorgeous, considerate man I've ever met?
Not since the last time you asked me to cover for you.
How about tonight?
Tonight?
Oh, thank you. Mwah.
I know what you think about Grayson, but he is grieving for his mother.
He was stood on top of my father. Don't expect me to say sorry.
You're going to leave with these officers, Matthew. Not cause any more trouble.
Do as he says. Yeah, you've made your point.
You just don't get it, do you? The three people I thought I could trust, and you've stabbed me in the back, every one of you. After everything that woman did to you, I was the only one who stood by you. Not your spineless Polly for an husband. Me.
If Tom knew what you'd done today, he'd wash his hands of you. Take him away. We've heard enough of his self-righteous drivel.
This doesn't end here. Come on, boys. It's not over.
We have entrusted our sister Rosemary to God's mercy, and now we commit her body to the ground. Earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust, in sure and certain hope of the resurrection to eternal life. Through our Lord Jesus Christ, who will transform our frail bodies, that they may be conformed to his glorious body, who died, was buried, and rose again for us. To him be glory forever. Amen.
Amen. Goodbye, Mother. Bye.
Funeral's finished, has it?
Don't ask me. I left right after the church service. You're not getting me standing in the freezing graveyard.
Oh, we were counting on you to give us the lowdown.
Here he is. You better ask Alan. Can you have a nice cup of tea, please?
Am I glad to see you? My wife's dying to know what happened, if you'll pardon the pun.
And if you mean the funeral, it was an absolute disgrace. I've never seen anything like it.
Hey?
Well, Matthew King tried to prevent the burial. It degenerated into a massive brawl. They had to call the police. It was absolutely appalling.
And I missed all that? Why didn't you come and get me?
You wouldn't want it to have been there, believe me.
Oh, yes, I flaming well would. It's my civic duty. Now, come on, sit yourself down and tell us all about it over a nice cup of tea and a slice of Battenberg.
You can't have any Battenberg. We're meant to be on a fitness regime.
Well, he's right, you know. We did say we'd try and lose our post-Christmas flab.
That Johnny's supposed to be organising a fitness club for us, though I haven't seen any sign of it.
Oh, well, then it's time we had a word with him.
I'll fetch him. Make sure you're here when we get back.
Don't worry, love. I'm not going anywhere. I don't care what he says. I am going to have a nice slice of Battenberg.
Hey, there's plenty going spare if you all want some.
All right, then, make it 4 slices.
Yes.
Places to go, people to see.
What?
You've been here quite a while.
Really? Hadn't noticed.
Temperature's normal. We'll have him up and about in no time.
Can't wait.
Don't tie him out, will you?
I dare say you've had enough of me for one day.
I want to help you to get better.
I don't know how you've stuck it this long. I wouldn't have blamed you if you'd looked elsewhere for a bit of comfort.
Don't know what you mean.
You're a bright, attractive young woman. You must get plenty of offers from blokes your own age.
I'm not interested in anyone else.
What did I do to deserve someone like you? Now, go on. Off you go. I'm ready for a bit of a nap.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Was that absolutely necessary?
I didn't want anybody to see me.
We've only come from the cab.
Yeah, well, you can't be too careful, can you?
Well, as far as lunch dates go, that was about as relaxing as a roller coaster.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You hardly touched your food and you spent the whole time looking at the door.
Yeah, well, it's guilt. I know it's an outmoded concept and I shouldn't really let it get to me, but it does.
Most people feel guilt after they've done something not before.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I've thought about it so much that it already feels like we have done something.
What, like virtual sex?
Yeah, I suppose.
Was it any good?
Oh, fantastic.
It was good for me too.
You've thought about it?
I suppose we should leave it at that, you know. If something's perfect, why spoil it?
Yeah.
Why go to the trouble of tearing each other's clothes off, getting all hot and sweaty and screaming and shouting and...
Me sticking my tongue down your throat and digging my nails into your back.
Waste of time.
I was hoping I'd find you all here.
Are you okay?
Yes, much better now we've finally laid our mother to rest.
I don't know how anyone could do what Matthew did. I think we should change the subject.
Absolutely. I feel bad about not having you all back to Mill Cottage, only I didn't know who'd turn up and hadn't prepared anything. So, the drinks are on me.
They're on us.
Very civil of you.
It's the least we can do. We really are grateful to you all for coming.
I'm just sorry it was so unpleasant.
It's hardly your fault.
No, I don't blame you for being angry with me earlier. No, I haven't done enough to support you.
You've got your own life to lead. I shouldn't have flown off the handle like that.
You had every right after what you've been through.
Let's just forget it ever happened, eh?
You're not welcome in here.
Zach's right. I can't serve you. Not today. Not after what you've done.
It's all right. I don't want to drink. I'm just here to see Purdy.
You know better than an animal.
Never bothered Sadie. Thought you would have been at home.
I was angry.
How do you think I feel? You took his side against me.
What you did was unspeakable. You had no right to behave like that.
So you're still sticking up for him?
It was cruel. He's got nothing. I've left him for you. You've won. What more do you want?
You expect me to feel sorry for him?
Thank you for coming to the funeral. And for helping get my mother's body flown home so quickly. You didn't have to do it, and I'm eternally grateful.
I know someone in immigration. I made some calls, pulled a few strings.
You're unbelievable.
We're leaving soon, so there doesn't seem to be any point starting the Healthy Living Club.
I'll have to step into breach.
Well, with all due respect, love, there'd be no taking it. I know you reckon to keep yourself in trim, but, well, let's face it, your belly's nearly as big as Alan's.
No need to be personal.
Betty does have a point. You're a much better advert for healthy living.
I think you should do it.
I bet you know all about that cardiovascular stuff, don't you?
He does. He reads all the magazines. I'm just stating a fact. You like to keep yourself up to date.
Healthy eating, plenty of exercise. It's common sense.
Oh, no, you need a role model, someone to inspire you. Personally, I think that's Johnny.
Yeah.
Well, how can you refuse?
You can't, can you, Petal?
Okay.
Oh, good.
There. That was worth waiting for, wasn't it?
It was okay.
Hey, more than okay, and you know it.
Yeah. So why don't you let me stay the night?
No.
Oh, come on, nobody's gonna know.
No, it's not that. I've got too much work to do.
Come on.
No, it's true. If I want a decent divorce settlement, I've got to prove that I've developed the business further. I've built up a good reputation. I can't afford to lose it.
Yeah, well, you will if you keep playing the devoted wife.
You don't have to remind me.
So, what are you gonna do about it?
Oh, God!
What are you doing here?
I live here.
No, I meant, why aren't you at the Woolly?
I've just finished.
Blimey, is that the time? Oh, must go.
Hold on, how you doing?
How long's that been going on? Don't do... You and my cousin, Chastity.
Oh, about a couple of hours.
All right. So, who's this lot for then?
A friend.
You do know the reputation of the Dingle women folk?
Not really. We tend to arrest the blokes.
Okay. They're a warrior breed. Yorkshire's very own Amazons. And Chastity is a particularly fierce example.
Yeah, I noticed.
Oh.
Didn't want to bother you. You've got enough to cope with.
I feel like I've let you down.
It's not your fault. It's me. I had this dream of a big white wedding. I was going to arrive at the church in a fancy car and there'd be loads of flowers and champagne reception at a posh hotel. It's not going to be anything like that.
If it's making you feel unhappy, we can call the wedding off. We don't have to get married yet, we can wait.
No. I want us to get married. At least one thing's coming true. We're getting married in a church.
I wanted it to be a special day. I didn't want you feeling disappointed.
I won't. I promise. Look, we decided to get married to show everyone how much we love each other. And that's all that matters.
Are you sure?
Positive.
It will be a special day, Joel. Promise you.
I helped Gray out of compassion.
That woman drove you mad. She wanted you dead.
I didn't do it for her.
Exactly.
I do want to be with you, but I was with Grayson for an awfully long time. And when he asked me for help, I felt sorry for him, but that's all I felt. I don't love him. I love you. I just wish there was some way I could prove it to you.
Maybe there is. Tell him you want a divorce. And tell him you want it straight away. You're not prepared to wait.
Pint, please, Diane.
I heard you had hangover.
Vigorous exercise that gets rid of it every time. Oh, no. Oh, no. Paddy, have I told you that I've had an idea about our accounting system?
No.
Well, I have, and it's going to make our lives so much simpler, so I think we need to go to the surgery now and I'll show you.
We're closed.
Well, I think we should go now anyway. Come on.
What about your drink?
Oh, I've had a relapse. Oh, I'm sorry.
Still on for later?
You bet I am.
I don't know why you're so shocked. It makes perfect sense.
Well, not to me, it doesn't.
Why not? You want to leave the door open in case you decide to go back to him?
No, I'll never do that. Why are you asking me today, of all days? You must know how Gray's going to react.
This has got nothing to do with him. I want to spend the rest of my life with you, and I thought that's what you wanted.
Well, it is.
Then go and see him now.
He's just buried his mother.
Tell him you want a divorce and half of everything he owns. You said you wanted to prove how much you love me.
I do.
Then tell him you want him out of your life for good. If you can't do that, we haven't got a future.
I didn't expect to see you again today.
I've been worrying about you.
There's no need. The doctors seem very optimistic about me making a full recovery.
I know, but it's going to be a slow process. You're going to need a lot of looking after, and I'm not sure I'm up to it.
Really?
I've had an idea. Been online and printed off some details of private nursing agencies.
You have been busy, haven't you?
There is no new accounting system.
Well, what? So what was all that about in the pub?
If I tell you, right, it has to stay in here.
Yeah. You were saying?
Oh, right, sorry, yeah. This lunchtime, right? Me and Ross got it together at his place.
You mean you?
Oh, yeah. Twice. He's really good, actually. I don't know, there shouldn't be a problem. And we're both consenting adults, but the thing is, right, Lexi really fancies him and all, and we made this promise to each other that we keep our hands off him.
And what if she finds out?
She won't! That's why I had to leave, because just in case I let anything slip.
Like your knickers. But if she is a mate,
And perhaps you should be a little bit more honest with her.
You sound just like my conscience.
Then maybe you should listen to it. Me.
Nothing will probably come of it. If it does, I'll tell her. I promise. I will.
Well, I knew there were problems between Mum and Purdy, but I had no idea that she'd left you. And for Matthew King, of all people. He took Sadie off me and then dumped her. Purdy must know what he's like.
She should. After today.
Do you think she'll come back to you?
Dunno. I hope so.
Still, must help having someone as lovely as Katie taking care of you.
I do what I can.
My brother's a very lucky man.
Katie's a good friend. I'm very grateful to her.
I'll get that.
I've come to see Grace. Can we talk?
Of course.
Go on, Katie. Let me buy you a drink.
Yeah, OK, I'll get my coat.
I need you to do me a favour.
I did wonder, after what Matthew did. I could see that you weren't happy in the pub, and I thought... Well, I hoped that you might come round.
You think I've left him?
Well, you can see the kind of man he is. You can't possibly live with someone like that.
Well, that's exactly what I intend to do. I love him.
No.
And I want a divorce. I don't see any point in waiting. I want it to happen straight away.
You can't do this to me, not now.
Well, there's never going to be an ideal time.
Have you forgotten what happened to me a couple of hours ago? This man you say you loved tried to stop me burying my own mother.
Well, he had his reasons.
Can't you see what you're asking? You've already taken away my child, and now this? No doubt you're expecting a generous settlement.
I only want what's fair.
What, didn't little Matty tell you what to ask for? It's all down to him, isn't it? He's put you up to this.
This is what I want.
I don't believe you. This isn't you. This is him. Can't you see what he's doing to you?
Oh, you think Matthew's changed me?
Yes, isn't it obvious?
The only thing that's changed me is that cruel and deranged woman who drove me out of my mind. The same woman who tried to kill me, while you sat around and did nothing. So if you're looking for someone to blame for all this, just look in a mirror.
A special meal for a special woman.
Oh, how special?
We've got chicken casserole, followed by creme brulee.
And you, cooked it all by yourself?
Yeah, I'm a bit of a new man on the quiet.
Hmm. Do you know what? So's this bloke that I work with, Marlon. Oh yeah, you know him. He lives here. And strangely enough, those dishes are on his menu this lunchtime.
No. What coincidence.
Lying little toe rag.
All right, you got me. Guilty as charged. But, you know, I wanted to save some energy for later. You don't mind, do you?
No, I'd have probably done the same. Gonna pour that or what?
But these are specialists. They can give you exactly what you need.
From what you told me, you cared for me from the minute you met me. You've been by my side throughout my illness. So why would I want anyone else?
But the fact remains, you don't know me. You're taking it all on trust.
Are you saying I can't trust you?
No, of course not.
I'm only teasing. You're right. I don't know you. But you've described what seems to be a perfect marriage. We obviously love each other very much.
Yes, we do.
So, I want to get to know you and fall in love with you all over again. And what better way to do that than by having you by my side night and day?
Time for your bed bath.
In that case, I'll leave you to it.
You don't have to. Perhaps you could give Nurse Taylor a hand. It'll be good practice for you.
I've no objection.
Excellent.
I've never experienced anything like it before. It was quite appalling.
I'm sorry we weren't there to give you moral support.
You mean you're sorry you didn't have a ringside seat? It's a day I want to forget. It started badly and got worse.
Ah, you're all right at breakfast.
He was on the way to church. Greg was up in his scaffolding making a terrible racket. That man has no consideration at all.
Oh, come on, Ashley, it's a bit harsh. He's just trying to make a nice home for Melanie and Arthur. Well, you didn't mind that, do you, Ashley? You just wished it was somewhere else, preferably a long way away.
No, I don't mean that. It was New Year's Day. I had a funeral to conduct. No doubt some people were still in bed, but he seems to carry on regardless.
Oh, all right, you made your point. Calm down, have a drink.
Hello.
Hey, you all right, Pad?
Hiya. Just wondered if you fancied having a pint and a chat.
Oh, sorry, mate. I was going to have a shower and that.
What's that?
That's mine.
I don't believe it. You were with Chaz at lunchtime.
Keep your voice down.
What are you playing at?
I'm having a bit of fun. You should try it sometime.
You do know, don't you? Them two have got an agreement. You won't get away with it.
You want a bet?
Thanks, Lance. How about dancing? Oh, people love all that. You are so keen. I don't know why you don't run the club. Well, I lack your expertise, not to mention your charisma. Yeah, well, it all seems a bit pointless now since we're going to be leaving soon. Well, it gives us a chance to get involved in village life. Let's make the most of it.
You're obviously fond of Grayson.
Yeah, I am.
He seems to like you very much.
Well, you heard what he said. We're friends.
I'm sure you can help him get over Purdy if you think it's really over between them.
Maybe. I don't know.
Anyway, I've got to go up. I've got to go up to Scotland tomorrow. But I'll stay in touch. I think Grayson's going to need us both.
Do you think I'm going to let Matthew King walk away with half my estate?
This has nothing to do with Matthew.
He's brainwashed you.
Do you really have such a low opinion of me?
He's clever and manipulative. He's using you. And what do you think Katie will think when she finds out? She'll lose all respect for me. She'll run off and have an abortion.
Well, we'll keep it a secret.
Why would I bother to do that? I'm the one losing everything.
Well, you know that I would never risk losing our child. And I don't believe you would either. You're not that cruel. If you have any shred of love left for me at all, then you'll do as I ask. Because it's what I want, more than anything.
Can't you just think about it for a couple of days?
I don't need to think about it.
This is the end of our marriage we're talking about. We've known each other so long. Loved each other so much. We can't just throw it all away.
I will have my divorce. And if you make things difficult, then I'll go to the police.
Purdy, please. Okay.
He's agreed.
Good. It's the right thing to do.